Welcome to episode 156 of the Hurricane Mike Show, Halloween edition. Man, happy Halloween to everybody. And Dad, I'm sorry to say, but if you go to the Atlanta Falcons house on Halloween, they only have tricks because they can only trick their fans. They can never give their fans treats. Because why, Dad?
Because the Atlanta Falcons suck, my boy. Every day, every night, Halloween or Thanksgiving, Christmas, whenever, they suck.
Yeah. Now, because I forgot to get the prediction sheet. So while I go do that, you explain more into detail why Atlanta will never do anything.
Yes, sir. The Atlanta Falcons suck, my people. And Miami Dolphins, they went into last night's game thinking, we on a roll. We scored a lot of points. We, beat up on the team. Yep. Y'all beat up on the Atlanta Falcons. So don't get too excited about that because everybody does it. I mean, there's only a couple things in life you should do. Like if you white, you need to stay white and pay taxes and die and beat the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, those are the four things that you need to be doing. So, as we wait for Hurricane Mike, and here he comes. Woo!
Yep, I am here now. Anyways, welcome to another episode, like we mentioned, where the Atlanta Falcons will always suck. Because did you watch that Dolphins-Ravens game?
I did. Just like I was explaining to the people, the Dolphins came in on a high, but they shouldn't have because they only beat the Falcons. They're supposed to do that. I mean, no way. I got that wrong. Did the Falcons beat them?
No.
No. The Dolphins smacked that booty on the Falcons.
Yeah, it's funny though. Miami lost 20-6, and that's the same team that hang 30 on Atlanta's head. Atlanta, the number one defense in the NFL. Oh, the one with Kirk freaking Cousins. Oh, woo! Oh, yeah, so scary. What, are you dressed up as a scary? Because you know how for Halloween, most of the time, you dressed up as something that you're not? So what, is Atlanta just going to dress up as a good team because we all know they ain't?
Ain't.
Man, they can. And I ain't gonna lie, I actually had the Dolphins win last night. So you got Baltimore right. I got mine wrong. So yeah,
I saw this coming a mile away because you had one team thinking they on a roll. They just beat the Falcons. I mean, that's all they did. So they wasn't on the roll. I expected Lamar Jackson to come in and do what he had to do to win this football game, and they did.
Yeah, I thought Miami was going to win because I just thought, with Lamar, this being his first game, I thought he was going to be a little bit rusty, which, to be fair, he started out a little bit rusty, but he picked it up towards the middle at the end of the game. So, and the Dolphins could have won that game if they, knew how to score points, and that's why they fired their general manager today.
Dude, the Baltimore Ravens had a rusty Lamar Jackson, but they had Tua Tagovailoa. I would take the rusty Lamar Jackson in that equation. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I guess. But anyways, let's get to
why is Mike McDaniel not going with the GM? That's what I want to know.
Because he's like a funny guy, so they want to keep him around.
He tells jokes better than he calls plays.
Yeah.
It explains it.
Yes, listen. I used to think him was a high head coach. I thought he was a good head coach, but no. But yeah, now let's get to these Sunday games and the Monday game after that. Starting at the 12 o'clock games, we got the Chicago Bears going to Cincinnati. Well, hold on. First, let's shout out the bye week team, so y'all can't lose this week. We got 4 teams on bye: the Cleveland Browns, New York Jets, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, moving on. Now, the Chicago Bears at the Cincinnati Bengals, man. Last week, the Bears done laid a dud against the Baltimore Ravens and Tyler Huntley. While the Bengals, they lost to the Jets, and that's all I need to say. So what's your prediction for this one?
My Bengals fans, my Who Dey Nation, my Kyle Phelps and his people. I mean, I don't think I can pick y'all again until y'all get a new defense. I mean, y'all just let the Jets mess all over y'all. I mean, the Bears, I don't think too much of the Bears. I mean, I don't think they're a good team, but I think they'll do enough to beat the Bengals, and I think it'll be a high-scoring game because the Bengals can't stop nobody. And, Joe Flacco and the boys, they got to roll on offense. They do. But they can't stop nobody, bro. Give me the Bears to win this game.
All right, you got the Bears winning?
45-38.
Yeah. There are rumors that Jake Browning might be back in action on Sunday.
I don't believe those rumors, but go ahead.
No, because Joe Flacco dealing with a little bit of an injury. So, if Browning... Whew. But I still got the Bengals winning. You know why? Here's why. I don't trust Chicago. I don't care they whoop the Saints. Okay, everybody whoop the Saints unless your name is the New York Giants. Everyone does that. But this is we want to talk about the Bengals losing to the Jets. That might be bad. But the Ravens have not won a game since Lamar was in action. And the Bears go ahead and they lose to something called Tyler Huntley. They lost to a Tyler Huntley. And they gave up 30. The Dennis Allen defense gave up 30. I don't care how bad the Bengals defense. If you can't beat the Bears, now I don't know what to tell you. Give me the Bengals to win 23-19 in this mug. Next game, we got the Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions. Last week, the Vikings got shafted against the Chargers on Thursday night. And Carson Wentz now out for the season. So now they're starting a new QB unless J.J. McCarthy's back that I don't know about. And the Lions a week ago. Were they on their bye week or did I don't remember. I think they were on their bye week. But anyways, Vikings Lions. What is your prediction for this one?
The Vikings got trashed last week, and I think they're going to get trashed this week. The Lions, they were on their bye week, and they're playing at home now. They're a rested team coming off their bye week, playing a team that got trashed. Give me Detroit by 10. I think it's going to be 30-20.
All right. I think this game will be closer than what people expect. However, give me the Lions to get the win, though. I think it's an NFC North matchup, so the Vikings are going to want to win this game as much as the Lions do, but the Lions are going to want it just a little bit more, like 2 points more. As I got the Lions winning this one 22-20. Mostly because I just think the Lions, right? I think they're just the overall better team. But it's a divisional game, and you hardly see divisional blowouts. I mean, you see some from here to there, but yeah, I think, the Vikings, I think they're going to be respectable, and then the Lions are just going to get the win at the end. Next, we got the Carolina Panthers at the Green Bay Packers. Last week, the Panthers, they done put their fans to sleep at 3 o'clock. Probably even at 2 o'clock, because they got destroyed by the Buffalo Bills. And when I say destroyed, I mean they gave up 40 points, and they could only score 9. That's how bad it was. Well, the Packers, man, they had a pretty good game on Sunday night against them Pittsburgh Steelers folks and Aaron Rodgers and them folks. But who do you think is going to come out on top this week?
Just like the Vikings, the Panthers got trashed last week. And I think they're going to get trashed this week. I mean, I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think Jordan Love's got it going now. He's in mid-season form. He is ready to put it to the Panthers. So, Packers 31, Panthers 15.
All right.
Blow out.
All right. I think this is going to be a close game, too. I mean, to be fair, the Panthers did not have Bryce Young last week against Buffalo, and they're playing a team that is good, but not as good as Buffalo, in my humble opinion. However, I still think the Packers are going to win this game. Mainly because, do you know every single win except for the one that they just got against Pittsburgh, the Packers scored 27 points in?
Yes, I do know that.
Yeah, that's a true thing. So give me the Packers to win this game, 27-22. Packers win. Next one, we got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Tennessee Titans. Last week, the Chargers put it on Minnesota, and the Titans put it on their own fans as they lost to Mike Vrabel. But no, was it Mike Vrabel? I think so. I don't. Oh no, they got blown out by the Colts. The Patriots was 2 weeks ago. They got blown out by the Colts. But do you really care about what the Titans do these days? Okay. What is your prediction for this one?
I think this is another one, bro. This is some sad games this week. I mean, we should have some good records on our picks this week because it's no-brainer week, we should call it, because the Chargers are not losing to the Titans. Just like the Panthers are not winning, the Vikings are not winning. Those are easy to call. The Chargers are winning this football game. I think it'll be 28-22.
28-22, you say? All right. Yeah, look. Titans fans, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a better chance there's a better chance that I could go outside right now and do there's a better chance I could do a backflip inside of this chair than there is that y'all beating this game or winning this game. Give me the Chargers to win this one 35-16. I don't know. Like I said,
come on, Titans, because I really want to see that backflip.
Yeah, not happening. Let me just put this down. Nah, it's like Chargers. If the Chargers can't win this game, just say that. All right, next one. We got the Atlanta Falcons at the New England Patriots. Atlanta Falcons done lost to the one-eyed bandit. And honestly, I think Dolphin fans wish to only had one eye because that's the only time he could ever perform well. Or the Patriots, man. They did something. I forgot what they did, but was it? Yeah, they beat up on poor Cleveland. Poor Cleveland.
Poor Brownie.
Poor Cleveland, man. Whatever. But yeah, this is the 28-3 bowl. What's your prediction for this one? There's only one correct prediction, but let's hear what you have to say.
I'm going to get to the prediction in a second, but again, what is this, 4 or 5 games in a row where it's such an easy pick? I mean, I don't even have to try. I mean, am I getting paid for this? Because it's the easiest money I ever made. I mean, the Patriots.
Imagine you say that and all of your predictions are wrong.
Man, look, we're gonna find something to do. But if I come back next week and my picks are like under 500, I got to do something. I'm gonna have to do a backflip myself. I'm gonna have to stand on my head. I'm gonna have to. I don't know. We're gonna come up with something. But I will not have a losing record next week. This is too easy. It's like taking candy from a baby.
On Halloween night.
On Halloween night. I can go out this house right now. I told you, was coming home in a traffic jam, right? Well, we live right off a major street. Lots of big houses, rich people. They give out the good candy. They do. They give out the good candy. And that street is lined up with cars. Lined up with people. They got the police out there blocking streets off. They got so many people. So I'm going to go out there and I'm steal some baby's candy. I mean, it's that easy to pick like I'm about to pick right now. Patriots, 27. The Falcons, 18. Thank y'all. I mean, no, not thank y'all. You're welcome. I mean, all y'all bettors are going to take that and go make some money now because I made y'all some money. All right.
27-18, he said.
Woo!
Patriots. All right. Yeah, I'm going Patriots too. Look, I think Patriots win in a decent scoring game. I think it will be a close game. I don't think y'all are going to get blown out 34-10 again. But y'all still not going to win. You know why? Because you're the Falcons. It's in your name. Patriots win 20-18. 20-18. Okay? And you're going to sit there, Atlanta fans, and you're going to cry. And we're going to watch you cry. And then you know what your only excuse is going to be? That we are 1-7, maybe 1-8 after Sunday, because I'm not going to spoil it, you know. But you know what I have to say? That have you ever seen the movies where, and shout out to John, he used this quote on his show as well. But have you ever seen the movies where it's like you have a school, obviously, you know what a school is. You were at one before. You have these schools, right? And you know how these schools have like these school dances or whatever? Well, the Saints are the ugly girl. But they know they ugly. So they backing off. While Atlanta, they the ugly girl who think they the pretty girl. So then they're surprised why all this stuff's happening to them. Because they think that they're a good football team. And you see, this is why when Saints fans get offended, when Atlanta fans keep saying they're going to the Super Bowl every year, you know what I gotta say? Don't. Let them think that. Because you see, it's better to be in our position than their position. Because you see, Atlanta fans, they can't rejoice on us because we expected this to happen. But with Atlanta, they expect themselves to go like 17-0, win every game by 100 points, and win the Super Bowl or something crazy like that. You know why? Because they stupid. But yeah, Patriots win 20-18, and they're gonna be stupider on Sunday. Anyways, next one we got the San Francisco 49ers at the New York Giants, or the 49ers. They did not do so great against Houston, which I was surprised by, but you know. Maybe the injuries are starting to catch up to them. I don't know. But they did not play good against Houston. And the Giants, they had a decent fight against the Eagles, but when they lost Cam Scottaboo, that's when the game ended. So what's your prediction for this one?
I feel like gonna take candy from those babies. I mean, this is gonna be so easy. Like a walk in the park. I mean, 49ers are gonna win this game. If Cam Scatterbull was in there, if I can't think of the receiver right now from LSU was in there,
Neighbors,
I think they would have a chance. They would have a shot. But even with the few injuries that the 49ers have, I think they have enough to win. No matter who's starting at quarterback, if it's Mac Jones or Brock Purdy, I think they win the football game. And give me the 49ers to win the game, 24-20.
all right. I actually got a little bit of an upset brawling. I got the Giants taking this one, and here's why. Before y'all call me crazy, here's why I think the Giants are going to win. The last few weeks, the Giants have been playing some pretty good football. And the 49ers have not been playing some pretty good football. And the number one rule in the NFL, it's all about the momentum. That's why a lot of the time, the team that wins the Super Bowl is usually not the best team in the NFL. It's the team that has the most momentum in the NFL. And I think right now the Giants got more momentum. I understand they just lost to the Eagles. I understand that. But the Giants, with their play, I think has been a little bit better than the 49ers. Obviously, I think everyone can answer the 49ers are the better team. But the Giants have been playing better than the 49ers lately. So give me the Giants to win 25-17. Yep. Give me the Giants to get that win. Next, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Colts, man, Danny Dimes dropped 38 points on the poor Titans. And the Steelers, well, they got poured on by Jordan Love in them. So what is your prediction for Colts Steelers?
Some would say, well, since Steelers have Aaron Rodgers, this should be a good game. You got the team at 7-1 going into Pittsburgh against the Aaron Rodgers-led Pittsburgh team. But this Pittsburgh team, I mean, other than Aaron Rodgers, I mean, it's a pretty sorry group, I think. I mean, they don't have a whole lot of talent. And I really do like the Colts this year. You know that. Jonathan Stewart is my pick.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yep. This is my pick for the MVP at midseason. Watch out for that boy. And so Jonathan Taylor in the Colts. Jonathan Stewart. Wait, what's this dude's name? Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yes, Taylor. I'm gonna have to get that tattooed on me or something. Taylor and the Colts are gonna win this football game 29-21.
All right, 29-21. Colts get the win for you. I actually got the Steelers winning this one. Okay, I could see either way. I really can. But I think the Steelers, if you're the Steelers, look, Mike Tomlin does this every year. Where the Steelers lose to the teams that they should beat, but then they beat teams that they have no business beating. And I think the Colts are currently the team that they have no business beating. But they're going to do it. You know why? Because they got to get that 9 wins somehow, some way. And if they got to do some crazy stuff, they're going to do it. But I think the Steelers get a close one here. Give me the Steelers to get the win 25-21. Now, we got the Denver Broncos at the Houston Texans. Last week, the Broncos gave up 22 points and still won by 20. Well, the Texans, they just beat the heck out of the 49ers. That score was closer than what the game was. What is your prediction for this one?
This week only has one good game. I mean, we're going to get to that game later. This is another pretty bad football game, pretty bad matchup. So I'll just go ahead. There's not too much to break down on here. Broncos 38, Texans 28.
38-28. All right. I'm picking the Texans to win because, look, the Texans the last couple weeks, like I've been saying, what?
Loss.
They lost to Seattle, but they just had a great game. They just had a good game against the 49ers. And I think the Texans are going to be, and I think they're going to be fueling off of that. In Denver, they lost Surtain. Surtain's not playing. So who can guard Nico Collins? Who can guard Christian Kirk? Who's going to guard the tight ends? Who's going to guard the running back? I think the defense is going to be a little.
Who's going to throw him the ball?
CJ Stroud.
He's going to act like he's a rookie again because I haven't seen him throw the ball yet this year. I mean,
Stroud just had like 3 touchdowns last week.
Maybe he threw it. Okay, maybe he threw it around a little bit last week. But before last week, we was like, "Where's Stroud at?" I mean, we left him back in his rookie season or something because he hasn't shown up since then.
Yeah, well, I think it's gonna be a great game, but I got Houston winning 31-29. Now, for the 305 games, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Las Vegas Raiders. Jacksonville coming off that bye-bye. And the Raiders, what are they doing? Nothing much. Just getting shut up by the Chiefs. Same old, same old. So what's your prediction for this one? There's only one correct answer in this game, too. Bro, honestly, I won't be surprised if there's more than one correct answer. But yeah, Jaguars Raiders, what's your prediction?
I don't know about that one correct answer thing. I mean, this seems to be like one of the more competitive games that we've mentioned so far, but I don't think that's a good thing. I think competitive in a bad way. I think, who's going to win the punting battle this game going to be? Who's going to win the field position battle? Because these punters are going to punt the ball like 6 times. You're going to punt it 5 times. Anyway, but I do think Jacksonville goes in there on the road to Vegas and puts the smack down a little bit. Not a big win, but they'll win the game 23-20.
23-20, he says. Yeah, I got Jacksonville winning too in a low-scoring affair. I just don't really see how the Raiders can get points right now. But to be honest, I don't see how Jacksonville can get points. But I think Jacksonville's going to get more points, as I got them winning 18-15. Next one, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Los Angeles Rams. Last week, the Saints done. Ben Stratler got smacked down by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Rams, what they do last week? Oh, they were just on their bye week watching the Saints get destroyed by Tampa Bay and being like, "Ooh, I wish we were playing the Saints, man." And then they look on their schedule, and they're like, "Oh, shoot. Yeah, I guess Christmas come early." So what's your prediction for this one?
Well, Tyler Shucks, first career start, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he'll start it with a bang. I think the Saints are going to win this football game. Yes, you heard it here. It might be my only loss of the week, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. The New Orleans Saints is going to win this football game. It's going to be 19-13.
Yeah, okay. I got the Rams winning. Look, I try to pick without my heart.
Traitor.
I'm not a traitor, but I love the Saints, but I also love getting picks right, so that's fun too. But yeah, I think it's going to be a defensive one. I just don't see how the Saints can score points right now. I don't, and it's weird because Kyle picked the Saints to win. I picked the Rams. But then he picked the Bears to beat the Bengals, and I picked the Bengals to beat the Bears. So we're just throwing each other bones right now. We're in an alternate universe. But I got the Rams winning 16-15, a defensive game, maybe a game with field goal by the Rams. You know, the Saints can't stop nobody if the game's on the line. So, yeah, I got Rams winning, unfortunately. So, yeah. Next, we got at 3:25, no doubtably the best game of the weekend, which unfortunately, it falls at the same time as the Saints game, so I won't be able to watch the best game of the week because the schedule makers are narcissists. Kansas City Chiefs at the Buffalo Bills. What you got?
Well, two things. First thing is, this is the toughest decision of the weekend, and I'll get to that in a minute. The second thing is, you're wrong, like you always are on your picks. You're wrong. You can watch this game. This game's on CBS. The Saints game's on Fox. So, if you wanted to, you can switch that channel. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. And, okay, let's get to the hardest decision of the week. The hardest decision is what we were just talking about. Watch the Saints games or watch the Chiefs and Bills games. That's a tough decision. But really, let's get to the pick. I pick the Bills at home. I do think they'll take care of business at home, and I think the score is going to be 27-25.
27-25. Look, this is a great game, and I could really see either way. But I got the Bills winning. Mainly because the regular season is usually the Bills' speed against the Chiefs. The Bills dominate the Chiefs in the regular season. We don't got to talk about the postseason part, but in the regular season, the Bills can beat the Chiefs pretty good. I don't know why. But I got the Bills winning this one 28-22. And the Chiefs are 5-4. Oh, and yet they'll still probably finish like 12-5 or 11-6 or something crazy. I don't freaking know. But yeah, so we're both picking Bills for this one. All right, now Sunday Night Football. We got the Seattle Seahawks at the Washington Commanders. Seahawks a week ago. Were they on by 2? I don't remember. And if they did play somebody, then they're just a terrible team, I guess, because I don't remember what they did last week. And the Seahawks. Yeah. But yeah.
Did they have a bye week? It looks like they had a bye week.
So yeah, so I was right. They had a bye.
Yeah.
Commanders a week ago, they got thrumped by the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday night because Marcus Mariota is not a good football player. So yeah, Seahawks Commanders. What's your pick for the Sunday night matchup?
They don't have no flex scheduling for these primetime games anymore. I mean, I thought they did at one time.
They still do.
I don't know why they would have the Commanders on back-to-back weeks in prime time, but does the schedule makers make it in June, not in October? But anyway.
Yeah, you know what I think they should do? You know how in week 18 you know who you're gonna play, but you don't know when? I think they should make it like that, where it's like
all year long, huh?
Yeah, where it's like you know who you're playing the schedule comes out, you know who you're playing each week. But they don't it determines on how good the teams are during the season, so you don't get this game right here. So they can just be like, okay, Bills Chiefs, get your tail on Sunday Night Football. Or Monday Night Football is one of them. The Monday night game is trash too. Anyway, Seahawks Commanders.
They should have known that in June, though. They would saw the Chiefs and the Bills. That's got to be on Sunday or Monday night this week, right?
Yeah. And it's weird. I think they've only played like 2 or 3 times in prime time.
Right.
And ever since like the Mahomes versus Josh Allen.
Josh Allen and Mahomes on the team, that should be a primetime game every time they play. That's just my opinion. But anyway, let's get to these picks. I mean, it's not really much to pick. I mean, Mariota's the quarterback.
Jaden Daniels might be back on Sunday.
Might be playing.
He is likely to play, but if he does play, he's going to be without McLaurin and Debo.
I'm going to give him that Lamar Jackson treatment that you gave him. If he does play, I think he's going to be rusty, and I think the Seahawks will have enough to beat the Commanders, even if Jaden Daniels plays. So I'm going to go ahead and give the Seahawks a score of 23, Commanders 17.
23-17, he says. Yeah, I'm going to Seattle to win. I think this is going to be increasingly high scoring, though. I just think both of these defenses are low-key trash. But I got the Seahawks winning in a shootout, 39-37. I just think they have more talent on their offensive side than Washington does. So I think that it's just going to be like an F the defense type of game. We're just going to outscore you. Now, for Monday Night Football, in a game where I wish it never happened in the history of the planet, as we got the Arizona Cardinals with the Dallas Cowboys, you know why? Because we did something to somebody that the world is paying us back for. What is your prediction for this Monday night game?
There's another trash primetime game. I mean, I guess I'll lean toward, you know what? No, I'm going to go for the Cardinals to win on the road because the Cowboys defense without Michael Parsons, like they lost their soul or something. The soul went out the door with Michael Parsons. So I think the Cardinals, you know, they take advantage of them having no soul and they win the game 25-21.
25-21, he says. Yeah, I think the Cowboys get a win. I just don't trust Arizona, though. Even with how mid Dallas is, I just don't trust Arizona. Like Kyler Murray or no Kyler Murray, the Cardinals suck, bro. And that's saying a lot because they beat the Saints. Oh! But yeah, give me the Cowboys to win this one 15-14 because. Do you even care what happens in this game? Bro, so yeah, that's my prediction. But let's see. So we have, so the teams I think going to get a win this week. Bengals, Lions, Packers, Texans, Patriots, Giants, Steelers, Chargers, Rams, Jaguars, Bills, Seahawks, and Cowboys. I think they're all getting wins this week. And Dad, you think the Bears, Lions, Packers, Chargers, Patriots, 49ers, Colts, Broncos, Jaguars, Saints, Bills, Seahawks, Cardinals all pick up W's. Do you have anything else to add?
No, sir. Sounds good. I should be like 11-1 this week.
Yep. Well, now we're going to find you.
Find me on Mic'd Up Sports YouTube channel and on Hurricane Mike Show every week.
Yeah, you can always find me at Hurricane Mike, Kyle Phelps, at Keeping It Real, Who That Sports Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn the bell on so you don't miss another upload. And Dad, we're going to leave them as always with a Who Dat. And don't be a what?
Don't be a Falcon fan. They can't win against a guy with one eye, and they can definitely not win with a guy with 2 eyes.
Definitely, yeah.
1 or 2, doesn't matter.